Okay, so picture this, right? A secret fight hidden from the record books. A clash of absolute titans, but one that's only ever been talked about in whispers. Carl Froch versus Joe Calzaghe. We're diving into some excerpts today, and let me tell you, they read like a mix of boxing legend and like straight up local myth. This story, it feels almost unbelievable.
And that's what I find so fascinating, how this story, it just taps into our obsession with these hidden contests, especially in a sport like boxing where ego and legacy are everything. It's the stuff of legends, right? Those whispered stories of bare-knuckle brawls and smoky back rooms hidden from the cameras and the judges' scorecards.
It's like stepping back in time almost. Like you said, those bare-knuckle stories, that rawness, that intensity, you just don't see it in boxing today. And to really understand what went down, we need to set the scene. So we've got Carl Froch, the Nottingham Cobra, known for his relentless aggression in the ring and his trash talk outside of it. This is a guy who never backed down from a challenge.
And on the other side, you have Joe Calzaghe, already retired, undefeated, enjoying a quieter life back in the Welsh Valleys. But even in retirement, Calzaghe is a legend, Not just a skilled boxer, but a local hero, known for his humility and work ethic as much as his victories in the ring.
So imagine this. Froch, always up for proving himself, especially against a legend like Calzaghe, arrives in the valleys with that signature bravado. Our sources describe a rainy night, a deserted pub, a cobblestone alley lit by a single street lamp.
The sources paint this picture of Froch stepping into Calzaghe's domain, right? Almost like a different world where the rules are different. More primal, more raw, like those old-school disputes that were settled with just fists and grit.
And the contrast between them, it's striking. Froch arrives with his usual swagger, ready to make a statement, but there's Calzaghe almost blending into the shadows, like a quiet storm about to unleash. You can just feel the tension.
It's a brilliant setup. You've got Froch used to the spotlight, the roar of the crowd, and he's thrust into this stark, almost medieval setting. And Calzaghe, he doesn't even bother with the theatrics. He's in jeans and a jacket. But there's this aura, this quiet power around him.
And according to the accounts we're looking at, Calzaghe, he sets the tone immediately without even raising his voice. "You've been yapping for years," he tells Froch. "Time to put your money where your mouth is." Not a challenge, more like a command almost.
And in that moment, you can almost feel the weight of Calzaghe's words, right? This isn't just about throwing punches. It's about backing up years of Froch's boasts. And Froch, full of pride, accepts the challenge. This wasn't a sanctioned bout. No, this was something more, something deeply personal.
And the way the fight itself goes down is incredible. You've got Froch, he comes out swinging, that trademark aggression. But Calzaghe, he's just on another level, like he's toying with him.
Yeah, one source describes Calzaghe as moving like smoke, just effortlessly slipping Froch's punches. And remember, this wasn't about a knockout for Calzaghe. No, this was about control, about showing a level of skill that's almost artistic, Those sharp counters, the way he seems to know what Froch is going to do before he even does it, pure ring generalship. Really something to see.
You can practically feel the energy shift in that alley as the fight goes on. Like all that initial bravado from Froch, it just evaporates as he realizes just what he's up against.
Absolutely. It's like a dismantling of Froch's ego as much as it is about his fighting style. And the fact that Calzaghe never goes for the knockout, that says it all. He's sending a message like, I can end this whenever I want, but I'm going to make you feel every second of it.
Yeah, one account actually describes Calzaghe's approach as methodical, almost surgical, which is pretty chilling when you think about it. It wasn't just about winning, it was about teaching a lesson.
Exactly. Humiliation, that was the objective. It's a tactic you see sometimes with champions, especially if they've already retired. They want to solidify their dominance without risking their record in an official match.
Yeah.
Froch went in there wanting to prove something, and instead, he got schooled. And then, bam, just like that, it's over. No judges, no scorecards, just the cold reality of what happened in that alley. You can practically hear the cobblestones under their feet, the silence after that final blow lands. And what does Calzaghe say? Nothing. He doesn't gloat. He doesn't even acknowledge it happened. He's quoted as saying, "I've proven my point. Now listen to me." And then he lays down the law, tells Froch, this never happened, got to stay quiet. It's about respect, sure, but also about controlling the narrative.
It's basically saying, this never happened, but don't you ever forget it. Chilling stuff.
Send a powerful message, for sure. And the most interesting part is what happens next.
Right, because suddenly Froch, and this is a guy who's never been known for holding back, he goes completely silent on Calzaghe. No more online jabs, no more trash talk, interviews, vague answers, uncomfortable silences. It's like this encounter, it cast a shadow over his whole career. Makes you wonder what Frosch was thinking after that night, you know? Was it fear? Respect? Or maybe he realized Calzaghe was just on another level, even in retirement.
It really makes you question everything, doesn't it? Yeah. Froch, this guy who lives through the challenge, suddenly goes silent. And Calzaghe, already a legend, just adds another layer to his mystique. This story, even if it's just whispers, it has the power to change how we see their entire careers, you know what I mean?
We started with online taunts and trash talk, and
Yeah.
now here we are, a cobblestone alley, this clash of styles that feels like something out of a movie, really.
And that's the thing, right? This story, it keeps coming up because it speaks to something deeper. It's about ego, legacy, those unwritten rules, those codes of respect, especially in a sport like boxing.
It makes you think, how many other stories are out there, hidden in the shadows? Those encounters, those fights, they never made headlines, but maybe they shaped careers, maybe they even made legends, who knows?
And the beauty is, a story like this, with all the mystery, the speculation, it lets us come to our own conclusions, right?
Yeah.
It becomes this shared mythology. We tell it, we retell it, we add our own interpretations.
So here we are. If this really happened, the way these accounts describe, does it change how you see these two? Does it make Calzaghe's record even more impressive? I mean, we're talking about a guy who dominated a world champion in his prime,
It's those questions, right? The ones that stay with you long after the fight's over. And that's what's great about this kind of deep dive. It's not about the answers. It's about grappling with the possibilities.
The what ifs, those unanswered questions, those are the things that keep us coming back, that make us see these legends in a new light. And this is one deep dive I think we'll all be unpacking for a while. What about you? Does this story change how you see Froch and Calzaghe? Head over to our website and let us know. Until next time.